go to your butcher and you ask them if they have any full cuts of grass-fed meat in the back. You ask them what cuts they have, or sometimes they'll bring them out for you, and you choose which cut you want. If you're a big meat eater like me, like, you're gonna go through that whole cut, and sometimes they have cuts about, this size. Sometimes they're a little bigger and, unless you're eating a lot of meat and you know that you like that cut, I would just try and stick with the smaller ones, at least at the beginning, and the meat's gonna be a lot more fresh because the bag hasn't been opened yet. So, I think one problem that happens in the stores is, when they're stocking meat on the shelves, they have to slice it up. They have to open the bag first of the whole cut that, you can buy before they open it up. They have to open it, which gets new bacteria in there. It's exposed to the air, and that quickens how old the meat's gonna get, and it's gonna start turning brown more quickly. It's gonna start gaining a sour taste, which I don't think there's anything wrong with eating older sour meat, but it just doesn't taste as good to me. In general, I wanna eat really fresh meat. It just tastes way better. I enjoy it a lot. And so they open the bag, they have to cut up the meat. It's exposed to more air since the meat's sliced up, more of the surface of the meat is being exposed, and then they put it, in the plastic serving thing that it goes in, and they put it on the shelf. And another thing that happens, and this is one thing one of my butcher friends told me that works at Harmon's, really awesome people there. I've really enjoyed getting meat from them. One of them told me that one thing that happens to meat is when it's sitting out in the light changes the color of the meat, and I don't know how that if that changes the taste, but it changes the meat somehow. And I think when you buy the whole cuts and you go up to the butcher and you ask them to bring them out, they're in a box, they're not exposed to the light as much, and the meat's a lot darker. It's really almost beautiful looking to me since I've become kind of a experienced person with different types of meat, not because I've necessarily wanted to, but it's out of necessity because there's been so much shitty tasting meat out there. And so if you get the whole cut from them in the back, you choose which one you want. And, they don't give you a price break on it. Like if you bought a whole cow, it's a trade-off, but you're getting fresh meat that's never been frozen that is sometimes really fresh. Like you can ask them what days the meat comes in. You can get on a wait list for the fresh meat. And, I've gotten meat that was literally like 2 days after the cow was killed. And when the meat's that fresh, it tastes really good raw. And I'm not like necessarily trying to push raw eating on people, but I am wanting to create awareness around really fresh meat and where to find it. And I want to push out into the ether like people taking more seriously that the meat is really fresh and building something on that.